Okay, meaning that he is not his first state of health. No. The mind state of health is not at par as per reasonable man. Okay, ataupun normal person. He's not normal. Maybe dia ada gila babi ke, sawan ke. Macam during that sawan moment, he can't think as accordingly. So that's why that period of time, anything that he will do, for example, like putting himself in the contract or selling something from his possession, it considered as void. Okay, void bukan voidable. Void means that void ab initio. Okay, the word is void ab initio. This is the Latin word, is initio pula. Initio It means it is void or null from the very beginning of the performance of the contract lah. The contract or the formation of the contract. Bukan formation of the contract. Okay, formation of the contract salah tadi bukan performance Okay, then dia kata lagi, competent to contract for a lawful consideration. Lawful consideration meaning it should be free from any orang kata ni lah yang illegal matters, such as if you want to buy my books, you have to exchange it with gun M16, something like that. So that one is illegal. Okay, kalau tak ada license lah. Tak ada license, I tak tahu sangat yang tu. Okay, or if you want to have this MacBook, I want macam a bowl of blood. Okay, a bowl of blood. Macam dululah tengok kita yang Puteri Gunung Ledang kan, cerita mitos kan, yang 7 nyamuk lah apa semua tu kan. Itu kira consider a void contract lah, because it's very impossible to perform. Nak cari 7 dulang hati nyamuk, menipu lah. Tak tahu lah, itu takut nak cari marah pula kan. But that is what contract. Itu contract paling best kalau cerita tu. Itu yang dimaksudkan bahawa if let's say the contract is impossible to be performed, the performance of the contract itself. Okay, of course that one dia terus jadi void. Okay, ada nak tanya soalan? Macam ada dengar suara tadi. Okay, then
Saya tanya soalan.
Sila.
Tadi one of the criteria it's minor tak boleh be part of the party to form the contract, right?
Correct. Section 11 and 12. 12
Okay, ada satu I think it's in one of the contract act yang menyatakan bahawa this is regarding the insurance. So kalau party it's more than 10 years old, so he can be the party to be one of the entities forming up the contract.
Entities. Okay, what is that mean by entities? Kena tengok juga. Okay.
Entities orang lah. In this case is the person lah.
Memang. But kita kena tengok the capacity of the entities and the contract. Maybe, okay, one thing about the minor ni kan, yes, you can be in the contract. But the thing is, any liabilities, okay, that the minor tu buat, okay, macam contoh, if you have the dealings, business dealing with your macam minor and the father, okay, then they have contract, they put it in contract, and then one day that children tadi, budak tadi, the minor purchase something or order something from the third party, okay, we have done the partnership law yang dia punya responsibility towards third party, and then dia tak bayar, okay, that means ada hutang. Now the problem will be who is going to responsible. Okay, if let's say you want to put the kids in the contract, okay, never mind, bawa lah masuk, but that kids won't liable for any mistake sampai dia berumur 18 tahun. Then the kids within the years lah, and until he reach 18 years old, he got the option whether to rescind the contract or to cancel, to set off the contract, or to further lah, to further or to continue with the contract until he reach 18 years old. But then when he reach 18 years old, dia kena liable for all the wrongdoings. Itulah problem dia sekarang. And the issue with regards to insurance, there is new discussion saying that insurance is not a necessity. Okay, that particular minor punya level, okay, below 18, they can enter into a contract if it is apa ni orang kata, with regards to necessities or necessary. For example, like food, if you're talking about the place to live, place to stay, okay, shelter. And then if you're talking about scholarship, Yeah, we do have PTPTN scholarship, right? Okay, that will be the priority. Okay, the necessity. Okay, so that kalau you perasan pun, if you put in writing the agreement, let's say for scholarship, you still need your parents to double confirm. I mean like resign the thing. Sign juga belakang kan, betul tak? So they will be the apa orang kata guarantor. So whatever it is, we try to not giving any to give any leeway lah untuk this thing. But for contract of marriage ada. Contract of marriage tak ada masalah. Sama jugalah sometimes kahwin paksa semua ni kan, what to do. Sebab kalau you tengok itu adalah necessity lah nak meramaikan ummah. Okay. So kalau you tengok kat situ, section 10 it talks about what agreement, contract kan. And then kalau you tengok section 11, siapa yang ada ni boleh buka Okay, tadi ada sampai lawful object and are not hereby expressly declared to be void nampak? All agreement contract expressly and impliedly, you kena differentiate juga, nampak? Sebab tak saya cakap one by one, the language tu is important. Okay, expressly meaning that it's here and there. Okay, dia tulis terus void. Okay, tak list down kan lah. Okay, and then kalau impliedly means that dia tak sebut, but then the reasonable man ataupun people who understand that that words, okay, will imagine that such an act lah. Macam contoh dalam kontrak tak cakap pun kalau you nak beli jam I, esok I nak you pakai warna pink, datang ke kedai. Okay, bila you cakap warna pink je, it is something not express kan. Mana tak nampak pun warna pink tu, tapi dalam fikiran orang, people yang tak ada buta warna, they will know that the pink color is like that. Okay, it's only for girl or something like that. Okay, then itulah creates dia punya intention later on. Okay, so that is what mean by what is mean by expressly and impliedly. Okay, so basically yang tadi tu kita habis. Okay, section 10 talks about what is actually an agreement. Okay, what is a valid agreement? Agreement should not it should comes with free consent. Apa lagi dia kata? Dengan legal consideration lah. Apa barang-barang yang boleh jual adalah jual pula, dealing is the one that is legal in the eyes of law. Okay, kalau illegal matter cannot. Itu terus void. Okay. And then section 11, section 12, 11 dia describe who are competent to contract. Okay, every person is competent to contract. That is the general principle. Who is, tapi dia cakap who is of the age of majority as according to the law to which he is subject. Why they put in such a way? Because we derive this law from the UK. Okay, maybe some of the country they have like 16, 21, but our country it's just 18, right? Okay, law to which he is subject to. Okay, and our country we have standardized every single state punya law as well kan. Dia punya local jurisdiction and the federal jurisdiction will be the same. Majority, when you say that major is 18 lah. Okay, and who is of sound mind? Of sound mind means not, dia bukan crazy, but at the at the level best of his or her mental health. Okay, and is not disqualified from contracting by any law. Tak bankrupt. Okay, that is under law of contract. Bankruptcy tak boleh jadi, tak boleh enter into contract tapi do differentiate with say agency law of agency. Law of agency tak ada masalah kalau ni, because law of agency you are talking about the dealings between the parties and appoint trustee semua tu kan. Even itu semua dia tak stipulate that thing. Tapi if let's say there is dispute, we still go back to contract law. Contract act lah. Contract act, the mother of all lah. Okay, tak apa. Then kita go back to this. Lepas tu I cakap section 26 I masukkan. Agreement without consideration is void. I think ada satu yang I tertinggal whereby dia explain. Okay, sekejap ni kita skip. This is what I explain. Aku nak explain kat sini punya. Lepas tu aku cari. sorry. Ni, this one. Section 26 of the Contract Act 1950 states an agreement made without consideration is void unless, dia panjang. This is how you answer if let's say you malas. You malas nak tulis panjang-panjang. Dah. Sebab you nak ambil part sikit je, takkan nak tulis satu buku kan. So it's okay. I understand that lah. Tapi kalau case, jangan buat A against B. In one of the decided case, apa case dia kan? Macam fact je tahu. Boleh lah kalau fact je kan, you tahu kan. Tapi because you buat online, tak ada masalah lah kan. Okay, tengok section 26. Agreement without consideration void. Unless an agreement made without consideration is void. Unless it is in writing. Okay, dah ada. Or is a promise to compensate for something done. See? Or is a promise to pay debt borrowed by limitation law. Okay. Sekejap Okay, B. Tengok B. You tengok lim B. That is the one that ni lah kita fokus on lah. Yang ni kita kena letak lah B Sekejap, I letak You can, sebab I main letak 26 subsection B lah. Okay. Apa benda dia cakap What law said? First of all, okay, this one. Section 2D. I dah describe what is actually a consideration when at the desire of a promisor. That means desire of the promisor as according to what promisor want. Okay, the promisee or any other person has done or abstained from doing or does or abstains from doing or promises to do or abstain from doing something, pening kan? Or such as abstinence or promise is called a consideration for the promise. Okay, short, make it short. Okay, anything that promisor want you to do. Okay, then you agree to perform that. Okay, or you agree to stop doing that. That's it. Okay, if I say I'm the offerer, I say, hey, don't walk. You have to stop smoking cigar. Then, to abstain you from doing something, right? Okay, you agreed with the intention to create legal relation. You said, okay, I agree. I agree to stop smoking cigar, and it shows that you are performing such act that under the desire of the promisor. Itu je. Therefore, consideration is an act of abstinence or the agreement by the offeree or any other person as required by the offerer in return for his offer. Just now, back to the question, the offerer, Jimmy just now, Jimmy asked for the consideration from his mom. Then his mom said, okay, you pay 1,000 ringgit per month to your brother, bagi 1,000 ringgit kepada adik-adik, then mak akan bagi kau 1 ekar tanah. Okay, that is the consideration and the transaction has been done. Okay, literally it means something that is given in return for something else lah. Okay, maknanya balasan. Okay, yang ini pula Section 2D of the Contract Act highlight when the desire of the promisor, the promisee, tadi dah kan? Apa aku ni? Sorry. This is the case. Tapi, ada satu yang tertinggal. Okay, yeah. See tengok Venkata Chinaya against okay. Again, I normally kan a lot of affection punya case banyak dekat India dan Mak Saleh lah, especially India punya case macam ni contoh. Lepas tu ingat tak Mohari Bibi is the case for the contract with the minor kan, tu pun from India, Mohari Bibi and then tengok dia punya case dia, apa dia cakap. Okay, under this case kan, what happened, okay, the fact of the case, the sister agreed to pay an annuity of rupee 653 to her brother. Sama je case dia, who provide no consideration for the promise. No consideration, but on the same day their mother had given the sister some land. So the issue now, whether that land can be stipulated as the consideration or the subject matter. Okay, stipulating that she must pay the annuity to her brother. The sister subsequently failed to pay. There is a contract. Okay, because if let's say there is no consideration, it is responsibility, because the relationship between the siblings lah or the family members. Okay, remember love and affection. Apa case dia? Kejap. Ada tak siapa-siapa yang pernah terbaca? Okay. Sebab when you talk about consideration, the actually types of consideration, executory, executed and past. Meaning kalau Mak Saleh English, diorang tak recognize some of the past consideration. Nanti I forward lagi nota. Okay, kejap. Tweedle Atkinson bukan? Tak ada. Tak apa, nanti Pang Swiki bukan adequacy and consideration. Okay, tak apa. Okay, then apa dia cakap? The court held she was liable to pay the annuity. There was good consideration for the promise, even though it did not move from her brother. Now, the question will be our application analysis. Macam mana this person analyzed? Consideration is an act of abstinence or promise by the promisee, Jimmy's brother, or any other person, their mother, as required by the promisor, in return for his promise. According to law, when something is given in return for something else, it is clearly shown that there is a consideration that makes the agreement valid. In this case, only the mother and Jimmy provide consideration, whereas the brothers did not give any consideration, as according to section 2D and the case. Tapi dalam ni under section 2D, consideration can move from the promisee or any other person. Therefore, even though the brother did not provide any consideration, the agreement is still valid. Faham tak? Makna dia sekarang, consideration, kita tengok 2D. 2D cakap apa? Consideration tu dia boleh move from, kalau dia berniat baik I mean like, the kata tadi case dia, because there is a good intention whereby your mother is giving you the land, whatever, because of your promise to bagi annuity dekat your brother. So it is something like good deeds tau. Okay. Sekarang ni mesti orang hantar assignment. Okay, tak apa. Promise ni ada. Cuba tengok ni this is the one lah, when the desire of the promisor, the promisee or any other person has done. Okay, bila dia kata any other person ni, okay, nampak tak? That is the word. Bila contract act ada letak perkataan any other person, it shows that the promisee or the acceptance of the offer can be performance. Sorry. Performance, bukannya salah je performance dengan ni performance of the contract. Okay, bye. Siapa tu? Okay. Performance of the contract tu can be done by other party. Yelah, kalau contoh macam kita lah, kalau arwah ayah janji something dengan kawan, lepas tu tak dapat nak tunaikan sebab dah meninggal lah kan. So the person yang kena tunaikan adalah anak dia lah. That's the thing. Itu contoh dia. So dalam law pun dia hold that kind of principle. Okay, macam Islamic principle jugalah kan. So ini je dia punya penyelamat dalam dia punya case tadi tu. So by now, okay, you tengok tadi, inilah cara you analyse. How I relate, how did the person relate? Okay, sebenarnya panjang lagi. I think the video, the full submission ada. Nanti I try to search and I share with you lah. Tapi dia banyak lagi nak discuss benda ni sebenarnya. I can talk about the the intention, whether the intention of the brother is solely regards to business dealing, or the intention is just like to run away from tax ke apa kan. That's a question lah kita boleh tanya kan. And then let's see what is the conclusion. In conclusion, it can be advised that Jimmy is bound to pay RM1,000 monthly to his brother due to the existence of good consideration. We are talking about good consideration as section. Okay, I boleh tambah lagi kat sini. As per section 26 subsection B okay, stipulated lah, that resulted in the validity of the agreement. Therefore, his brothers have the right to sue him for the breach of contract if he fails to give them 1,000 monthly. You see, dia punya conclusion senang je. Sorry sir, I have one other question. Okay, Muhammad, go. Senang je sebenarnya, itu sahaja. Dah habis dah explanation Ilac, lega sebab Ilac punya explanation. Tanya saya. Sila.
Macam kes Jimmy ni kan, because in the first place dia memang tak wujud dalam the discussion between the Jimmy dengan mak dia.
Yang mana?
Jimmy, adik Jimmy tu.
Tak. That is the promise. Tengok balik.
Okay, the promise. So now bila Jimmy kena bayar, meaning that it is just based on the good consideration, not because of the love and affection punya relationship, right?
Theoretically memang kalau betul-betul kalau mak dia transfer kan, tak ada transfer tu, let's say tak ada 1 acre tu kan, Jimmy tak ada apa kontrak pun dengan brother dia kan, betul tak? Because love and affection itu responsibility you. Tapi because actually benda ni macam nak cakap lah, ada kau nak bagi adik kau duit, lepas tu kau tukar dia dalam tanah, kan tak baik kan, betul tak? Because dalam family kan, tapi because we consider that as macam nampak janggal, tapi because it is a good consideration. Lain lah kalau Jimmy propose to take out RM1,000 monthly from his mum, unless his mum transfer the land. Itu nampak bad intention kan, sebab dia nak ambil duit ni, dia nak bagi, lepas tu mak dia tukarkan dengan tanah. Tak apalah adik kau bagi, Jimmy bagi 1,000 kat adik-beradik, then mak bagi tanah ni. Good consideration lah tu. Boleh faham Dia bukan dalam jenis yang jurus ataupun ugutan. Dia kata mak bagi tanah tu, ataupun macam dia tak paksa pun mak dia kan, betul tak? Kita pun tak tahu. Dia soalan dia simple je. Sebenarnya saya try keluarkan soalan ni, I still remember kenapa, sebab ni tak selalu orang tanya. Okay, but ada berlaku perjanjian macam ni. Alamak, baru nak join. Hai, apa siapa tadi baru join? Nak pergi kelas lah. Tak apa. Ada soalan lagi? Cepat tanya soalan. Sebelum nanti saya akan try arrange additional class.
So since you dah banyak buat amendment, so nak kena bagi balik lah these slides, the latest updated one.
Ya ke? Ya ke amendment? Okay, by the way,
because you make changes just now kan?
Sebenarnya ada lagi satu slide yang ni I tak jumpa, tapi ni yang base punya slide tau. Tak apa, nanti I bagi balik I tulis proper sikit lah. Boleh? Sebab I ada dia punya PDF yang answer betul-betul ikut ni lah skema kan. Sekejap I try search. Dia punya tak I like the PDF question I like. This is the draft. I boleh share juga. Kejap I masuk dalam group. Okay, tak apa. I tunjukkan yang tu lah, yang dah buka tu. Mana tadi? Okay. So stop presenting ni. I tunjuk yang ni sekejap. Siapa yang nak ni lah. Tak apa. Siapa yang nak stay. Sebenarnya meeting tadi. Okay, question I like. Okay, ni. This one. This is yang dia punya draft. This is the explanation. Okay, I think I kena forward kat ni. Ni kat you. Ni sama je kot. Tapi dia punya write up dia dekat belakang. This is the one lah yang tak ada dekat dalam tadi. Consideration can move from one person to one another. Meaning that, apa maksud dia, jangan cakap, jangan fikir ni bukan consideration masa nak ni tau, nak form tau. Dia macam, okay, macam tadi kan dia dah, mak dia yang berjanji. I mean the mom has promised, apa orang kata, dah transfer the land, Jimmy promised to his mom. Okay, but the third person will be the brothers. Okay, because even though the consideration has been done by the mom, but mom tadi kan. Okay, but it can be transferred from that mom to the brother as long as dia macam ada close connection and love affection kat situ. Okay, tak adalah macam tiba-tiba for the mom bagi tanah tapi kau berjanji untuk jiran sebelah rumah, tak ada kena-mena dengan you. Itu akan ada question lah, because it is something that not related to your family kan. Okay, then yang full punya ni ada kat sini. Ni full answer dia lah. Full answer will be like this lah. Ni I akan share dengan you. Let me edit a little bit. Mana yang I tak masukkan tadi kan. Panjang ni macam ni lah. So dia kan, dia akan flow dia cantik tau. Sebab kalau you guna Ilac, dia akan jadi macam ni. This is the issue. Okay, you dah ada issue. Generally, then this one is actually the law or legislation. Okay, and then you masukkan case, case dah ada. Case biasanya I suka highlight. This is all this, the sentences are full sentences lah. And then, nampak case ada tak kat mana? This is the case. Case atau cases, ada satu je Okay, case apa? Ni satu case je. Then, case ni tak ada dalam highlight I just put ni highlight because I tunjuk that mana kita letak case. Then this is analysis. Payahlah, tak boleh, kalau tak ada therefore point, okay. Macam ni, therefore it can be analysed that in the situation, consideration is an act or abstain of promise by the promisee, blah, 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 ada person. According to law, when to contract, salah nanti ada betul. When something is given in written, nampak tak macam mana pandainya orang buat law ni memutar balikan ayat, dia ambil balik daripada you punya statement tadi. In this case, only the mother and Jimmy provide consideration, whereas the brother did not give, blah, blah, blah. In conclusion, terus pendek. Ni analisis yang pendek. Sometimes when you receive a question yang ada more than one issues. Okay, that means issues, then you have to break it. Yang tu nanti I try tunjuk. Tak apa, I bagi skema jawapan untuk you punya midterm itu. Midterm ada kan? Satu soalan. Yang tu ada. Okay, tak apa. Okay, anything else? Question?
Tanya soalan yang once considered so.
Alamak.
Because previously you did ask about this before dalam kelas-kelas yang awal tu.
Okay.
dalam midterm ke apa, assignment. Okay, basically kalau dalam case tu, kalau budak tu memang bawah 18, it's a minor, memang liabilities akan go to the parents lah tu.
Sebenarnya, yes. Tapi kalau criminal, when it comes to criminal, dia itu kontrak je. Kalau criminal, dia pergi ke budak tu lah. Kes juvenile lah. Cuma tapi always remember kalau insurance, kenapa kita try to take out insurance from the necessary? Sebab we don't need insurance because under insurance ni ada dua. Whether you pergi percaya because non-Muslim dia akan go for insurance, tapi Muslim akan pergi takaful. But the definition of both are different. Perasan tak? Sebab insurance is actually insurance definition dia adalah amount that you save. You save amount of money in order to secure yourself for any bad things happen lah in the future. Macam you are paying for any accidents occurred in the future or any disease that you suffered in the future. But for Islam theory, for takaful is something like you bekerjasama, you are helping each other. Macam you put some money as collectively, okay, in order to help other people when that particular person or group of people orang kata duduk bencana lah, fall sick ke everything. So it's totally different. Macam one, kalau insurance is predicting the future. You try to predict the future. Okay, do you have some of money? Then macam tu kan. But for takaful, no. Although nothing bad happen to you, is good lah. Kan, betul tak? Alhamdulillah. But then at the same time you are helping other people. Untuk sampai yang kena musibah. Something like that lah. So the law, the latest foundation says that there are cases whereby you just imagine if that minor agree to be in the contract of insurance. Let's say masa tu umur 13 tahun. Okay, then he paid RM100. RM100 every month, or the parents pay RM100 for that brother. I cakap tadi, that particular minor will have until 18 years old kan, to rescind the contract. You just imagine, nothing happen, ataupun dia baru ambil 16 tahun. Lepas tu 17 tahun 11 bulan, dia kata, nothing happen to me. Macam tu, I want to cancel. Tapi, as according to the contract, you punya agreement dengan insurance company, boleh release balik duit you after 5 years, after 6 years. Nampak tak kat situ? Tapi, due to your situation and your position as a minor, before you reach 18, you nak cancel that thing because you nak balik duit you yang dia bayar. Sebab nothing happen to me. So it is unfair for the insurance party lah. So itu saja yang kita tak nak. Jadi kalau insurance ni, make sure kalau boleh, I think non-Muslim pun boleh ambil takaful sekarang kan? I'm not so sure about that. Boleh tak?
Boleh aja.
Boleh kan? So dia punya tu totally different. And then takaful pun we try to avoid from gambling. Sebab kita try, and then dia tapi masalah insurance law sekarang, insurance act dah tak ada. Dia repeal dah. Dia repeal, lepas tu dia ada ambil sikit-sikit je. Sekarang it is governed by FSA, Financial Service Act. If you look at the Financial Services Act, it doesn't really cover insurance so much. So that's why lah insurance company macam bermaharajalela itu je problem dia sekarang. Okay, so but the development dah ada. Even UK they repeal mula-mula Insurance Act. We repeal also because we think that we should follow UK. 1996 when it repeal. Suddenly UK buat balik. Dia ada insurance. Kalau you check lah, dia buat balik Insurance Act sebab dia rasa macam haywire. Lepas tu macam berubah lah. Insurance ni penting, subjek yang sangat